I want to go back to Dvorak's goal that was brought back because of another coach's challenge offside. Okay, and I'm gonna open this final topic and this debate here about challenging offsides. Okay, this is where I think the NHL needs to get their shit together. And it's what, it's 3-4 games in a row now that the Canadians get a goal
Deciding
called
on what
back.
offside is.
And the worst thing about it is that it's all Cole Caulfield's fault.
Yeah.
Like, no,
It's too fast.
well, yeah, he's too fast. But like, speaking of being too fast, like
His legs are going faster than his brain.
or he's just going fast into the puck carrier. But like, no, it's not to blame Cole Caulfield, but unfortunately, he's he's the culprit. Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's
But
go ahead. I was just
yeah,
about to say, much like in soccer, though, you have a
Mhm.
responsibility. Like before we go down the whole Cole line, I don't think we're going to do it. I just want to specify to fans that hockey, soccer, especially soccer is a big thing for offside.
mhm.
Look, just a question of being more aware. Cole, you just got to slow down a step. You got to be more mindful, and you enter the zone when you're absolutely sure. Don't cheat. Be responsible. Be aware. That's it.
So here's my fucking issue with this. Like, you know how the NHL is trying to make the game faster and more exciting and entertaining and blah 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 blah. By doing the whole coaches challenge thing for offsides, I think you ruin the momentum. But here's my fucking problem. And I know I might sound biased because it's happening to the Montreal Canadiens, but if we were to do a coaches challenge against the opposing team and we got it, we would be happy. Yes, fair. But here's my thing. If you can't make a coach's challenge on a penalty that the official missed, then why the hell are we doing coach's challenge on offsides that linesman missed? What's the point of having these guys on the ice if that's all we're gonna do is just fucking challenge this miscall or challenge that miscall? You want to challenge goaltender interference because of the crease, there's the rule. That's his zone. Fine, whatever. That I'll give the benefit of the doubt in terms of goaltender interference. But for fuck's sakes, if the game has gone way too fast now for these referees, I think. You know what? Chris mentioned this once many episodes ago, maybe even last season. Can like if you can we let the human error be part or let it be a factor of the game too? At this point, if the game is too fast for the eyes of the referees right now.
But I think, and you're right, Sam, and I agree with that statement. If we're gonna start putting challenges on a missed offside, then once you do a challenge on a missed penalty. But the difference between the two is that an offside is something easy to catch in a replay, whereas penalties are sometimes judgment calls from the refs, right? So, and that will slow
Fair.
down the game a lot more. But don't get me wrong. I mean, I agree with that point.
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
thing is, you know, they do want the game to be faster. So if we're gonna start challenging everything, then forget it. They're gonna be like every 2 seconds they're gonna throwing that
No,
flag,
but
right?
my
Like in
my,
football,
my
you
point
see that often.
but my
But
point is
that's
that get rid of coach's challenge for offsides. Just get rid of it.
yeah, yeah. I think. Look, I don't know if I would have an adjustment to that, like specifically, or make some sort of technicality where if it's, let's say, within 6 inches, and they could easily put markings along the boards. They can easily have some sort of marker system or something that, look, if the players skate, what bothers me is that we want to see goals. People show up
Hmm.
to the game to watch goals. Yeah, maybe some good saves, but people want to see goals. And for them, and like you said, I'm trying not to be a homer about it. It's been fucking happening a lot to the Montreal Canadiens. I think it's 4 games straight. I'm sick and tired. Like, I think this all goes back to Matt Duchene years ago when he was playing in Colorado, and he was like offside by 5 feet. When you're offside by
Oh my
fucking
god, I
five
remember
feet,
that.
yeah, when you're offside by that much, I would love to have a fucking
Danny Briere too, huh?
a coach.
I think there was a Danny Briere highlight too. Like he was like almost a stick length offside. Kale McCarr too during the playoffs, I think was offside as well.
But that's the thing exactly. Like, there was a spectacular goal that was scored by Suzuki a few games ago, and
Yep.
that gets called
Yeah.
back. And like as
Oh,
a
yep.
fan, I'm
Yep.
just like, fuck that. And like especially, I think across the board here in Montreal, Cole Caulfield scores a goal, and we're fucking so happy. We're so happy to see him, and like we're looking at his stats, and we're waiting for that first 40 goal scorer in like fucking 30 years, and it's off because there's maybe a fraction of an inch of his blade was past the blue line
Yeah.
before the like it has nothing to do. It's basically 30 seconds later they dominated the fucking play, and because his fucking skate was a fraction of a freaking inch offside. You're taking away all that hard work and that amazing talent. Like that's bullshit. That's
So
what
here,
if like make
I
it
agree.
is it a clear offside? You bring back the human error. You have like a little marking where they say, look, we're giving you 6 inches grace or something to that degree. And at that point in time, if we feel as though it's a significant offside, because it gives a little bit of human error, and then you don't have this time wasted all because they're fucking measuring if it's a
But the
few
only, but
centimeters
the
off
thing is,
anyways.
coming. I mean, I see all sides of this, and I guess now, like you said, Sam, before, we're all mad now because it's happening to us. But it, being a football fan, for example,
Mhm.
like all these missed human errors changes the whole fucking game, and that's why a part of me actually wants these challenges, because again, imagine you score a goal and it's a clear offside, but because there's no challenge, that goal stands and it changes the whole outcome of the game. It happens in football so many fucking times, and in football you can't challenge everything, right? So there's a lot of human error in football, and sometimes that human error fucking changes the whole outcome. There was a game last year that the Patriots didn't make the playoffs because it was the Raiders, you know, caught the ball, his fucking toe crossed the line, and they didn't challenge it. They weren't allowed to challenge it because it was the last 2 minutes of the play. But the guy was out. And they ended up winning the game. But
Okay.
that toe could have changed the game where the Patriots could have made the playoffs. You know what I mean? So
Well, for sure, no, for sure, it will have an outcome of the game. If Christian Dvorak's goal counts, offside, no offside, whatever. No,
Yeah,
if Christian Dvorak's goal counts, I think we have a different game.
100%.
yeah.
I told you. Here's the issue that I have, and at look, majority of these refs, these linesmen, they're good enough to know that if it's a clear offside, they're gonna call it. But if it's so close within inches, there's that because these players are going way too fast. Number one, number two, you're calling like the goal happened a minute and a half
Okay.
That's
after.
what I'm saying.
So,
It's a minute and a half after. Like at that point,
and that's
like
where I agree with you now. So
you know
we
what I mean?
had,
Like so let me just finish this. Like
Or
so
maybe a
Chris,
time delay.
so
Maybe a time
a
delay.
time buffer. Like listen, if there's an offside and the goal happens within I don't know, let's say
30
10 to
seconds. I'd say 30
even
seconds.
30
not even
seconds is a
that.
lot. Even because the game is so fast, like it takes less than a second to score a goal. So let's give 10, let's push to 15 seconds. If a goal happens within those 10 to 15 seconds and there's a clear offside, fine. If you're on the power play and you're circulating the puck for a minute and a half, passing plays, shooting left and right, but keeping it in the zone, then you finally score. Oh, coach's challenge. You know, a lot of these teams are fucking smart though. They know it's an offside. Their best players on the ice just burn themselves for a minute and a half. Oh, they scored a goal, but it doesn't count. Boom. Now we get them back. Their second wave is
You
going.
know what?
It's an easy fix.
To,
It's an easy
to
fix.
add to like the ruling, I like the time buffer, like the timeline. Basically, if you have 15 seconds and whatever. The other thing that could make it very interesting too, it's an automatic. If the offensive team turns over the puck and the defensive team manages to get control of the puck and then loses it and it doesn't leave the zone,
Oh,
then that's
that sounds
another
interesting.
technicality where you're
I
just
think that
like
sounds
it
interesting.
has no consequence.
I have even a better way of handling this. Stupid, but it might even work even better.
That's
You
AG's word.
call this episode stupid. No, but it, the sport has evolved so much where why don't you have a ref in this, not in the stands but upstairs,
But there
watching
is
the
one.
game,
There is one though.
headphones, headpieces. If you there's a specific ref up there watching all the plays. If you know there's an offside that happened and occurred, instead of making the play go on a minute and a half before that goal
You call
happens,
the ref and be like, "Hey
you call
man,
ref,
that's
there's an offside right now. Call it.
stop the
Stop
play."
the play immediately. And then everybody's like, "What the fuck happened?" And then he goes, "Oh, it was offside."
But again, won't that kill momentum as well of the game?
Yes, but it kills even more when you played a minute and a half more
yeah.
for that goal, and then you go back.
Absolutely. Look, there's no easy solution for this, but I just find like, and again, we're only watching Montreal Canadiens games, and it's happening to us. I don't know what it's like in other games across the league, but this is not like I'm having this conversations with other guys, other guys that play hockey, other colleagues too, and it's like it's getting ridiculous now.
No, 100%.
So I just yeah, I don't know what else to think of this. Like I said, I'll go back to you could stick with the goaltender interference, fine.
Take the
But-
tablets off the bench.
Yo, Chris Nyland would love you right now.
It's as simple as that.
Take
Then
the
the
Take the
coaches
tablets
won't-
off the bench. That's the smartest thing you've said all night, or anyone has said.
Why stupid's not good enough?
But like, well, stupid's good. But like, I mean, the opposites. Your opposite statements are attracted to each other. It's true. Take those tablets out.
It doesn't, to be 100% honest, it doesn't really have any consequence because you still have, and this has happened for years, you have the other video coach who's not on the bench,
Yeah, that's
who's
true.
But
calling
that's
in
fine.
the earpiece. So like I know, but I'm just saying I don't have any problem. Like I actually kind of do like that if the players, I don't like that the head coaches, I hear what you're saying, Adri, is basically up to the video coach to make sure that he's not sipping coffee and not paying attention. But like I do also like when, let's say, the players screw up on a play and they want to revise something that happened over the course of the last play. Okay, next time we're on the ice, you're here, I'm here. This is how we respond and this is how we do better. Like
Yeah, they also have a
I'm
fucking
not
a game board with a fucking marker.
Or
What does he need to fucking watch?
or
come
or
on.
you have a Chris Kreider that just fucking takes it out of Zibanejad's hands and just fucking whips it on the
tosses.
floor. That was actually funny. That's my only favorite Chris Kreider moment.
Guys,
The rest-
it's only gonna get worse. This game is evolving. They want to make it so high tech and so fun. And trust me, this is just the beginning of technology and AI shit. We're gonna come to a point where everything's gonna be digitalized. Eventually, it's gonna be a time where there's gonna be no refs on the ice, and everything's gonna be digitalized on the ice. And
Probably.